September 2007, 16-year-old Daniel Patrick buys popular video game Halo 3, a first-person shooter where the player assumes the character of a super soldier. After developing an obsession with the game in which he sometimes played for 18 hours or more at a time, Patrick's parents take the game away and lock it in a lockbox that apparently contains Patrick's father's gun. Daniel Patrick proceeds to find the key to the lockbox, retrieve the game and the gun, and shoot both his parents, killing his mother and wounding his father. When the police arrive at the scene, he's sitting in his parents' car with a Halo game on the passenger seat. In June 2007, the Supreme Court of the United States struck down a California law banning the state of violent video games, as cited in a June 27, 2007 New York Times article. This ruling set a national precedent for violent video game sales, glorifying gun violence to continue to be manufactured and sold. DFC Intelligence reports that by 2017, global video game revenue will exceed $82 billion, and that 30% of content will be distributed online, as seen in Forbes' August 2012. In this fast-growing industry, it is imperative that laws be enacted to control games glorifying violence as the scope and impact of these games continue to expand. Currently, the Entertainment Software Rating Bureau, or ESRB, is responsible for all North American video game content ratings and places an arbitrary rating and subsequent restrictions on games it deems to have content not suitable for people under the age of 18. I propose a complete revamping of this system in which a more public, open approach is conducted to better regulate and restrict video games glorifying gun violence. The ESRB has come under attack for being self-policing. In July 27, 2005 issue of Globe and Mail, a Canadian newspaper, editor of GamePolitics.com, Dennis McCauley, is quoted in saying, "When they are 100% funded by video game industry, it is a clear conflict of interest. Seemingly effective, ESRB can easily turn a blind eye to certain games or manufacturers, possibly those who give more funding than others, and harshly punish others with fines or ratings that will prevent their game from being sold. The need for transparency in a group that controls all of what is being portrayed in video games is a necessity." The following statistics are from a paper on the effect of video games on aggressive behavior by Craig A. Anderson, as published in Psychological Science 2001. Bear in mind that it is not unreasonable to conclude the extremity of these statistics have increased with the growth of video game industry in the last 11 years. I quote, open quotes, "The most heavily marketed and consumed video games are violent ones," close quotes. Open quotes. 59% of girls and 73% of boys in the 4th grade reported the majority of their favorite video games are violent ones, from Buchanan and Funk, 1996, close quotes. Anderson divulges into a lengthy discussion about how, and I quote, "violent media increases aggression by teaching observers how to aggress, by priming aggressive cognitions, including previously learned aggressive scripts," end quote. Not only do I propose an extensive modification to the ways video games are rated, but I would like to introduce legislation to more strictly control sales of video games and legislation to hold guardians more responsible. In a renovated games rating system, no person under the age of 18 in the United States would logistically be able to buy or play or possess video games glorifying gun violence. Additionally, loopholes such as purchasing games on the internet with debit cards backed in cash, debit gift cards backed in cash, or downloading games from the internet would be closed by requiring a piece of verifying information to confirm the age, for example, driver's license, passport number, etc. It is clear that there is a problem with the way that the United States culture perceives video games and violence. It is also clear that the current system in place is faulty, ineffective, and ripe for corruption.